recording.
Okay.
So once again, good morning, Jonathan. Welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, first of all, remember we need to be in time. It means we need to be 5 minutes before 8. All of us, right? So notice that you're the
Okay.
first one, and it is 8:03, right? So let's start reviewing the topic that we studied yesterday. What we studied yesterday, Jonathan, do you remember?
We said present.
Present?
What
Sure.
was the present? It was I don't remember. It was.
Past
rem-
perfect. Past
Where is it? Past? It was
Past
past.
perfect.
Past
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, yeah.
So let's start checking this again quickly. So past perfect. Let's do a reminder. So definition, the past perfect describes an action happening before another action in the past, right? This is clue. This is important. An action happened before another action in the past. She had finished her homework before dinner. This action happened before this one, right? So let's continue. Structure, subject plus auxiliary had. We always use had, right? Past, past participle. I have seen that movie before, so notice. Auxiliary and verb in past participle, right? Uses to show that one past action happened before another. Describes cause and effect, right? And remember, the cause goes in past perfect and the effect in past simple. And to talk about unreal, okay, this is third conditional, no worries about that yet. So notice, they have left when we arrived. This action happened before this one. She was tired because she had worked all day. So notice, this is the effect, was tired, and this is the cause. Why? Because she had to work it all day. The cause is in past perfect, right? So far, so good, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's continue. Common time expression, remember this is important because they help you to identify in which cases you have to use past perfect. Before, after, already, just, never, when, and by the time. Let's check rules. The past perfect,
Mister,
tell
what
me,
does it mean in by the time?
al
What is the meaning of
momento,
that?
como al
A
momento
moment.
de. Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much for asking. That's important. So, the past perfect is used with another past event, past simple, right? It is before or after it used. Past perfect is optional. It is common in reported speech. That is another topic that we were going to study later on. Later. Okay, she have left before we arrived. She have left before he arrived. She left before he arrived. So notice in this case, you can use in both sentence or in both clause a past simple. She left before he arrived. Okay, but it's more common. Use past perfect. So notice correct but less clear. You can use in both past simple, but is more common and it's better to use past perfect and past simple. So far, do you have any question, Jonathan?
For the moment, no.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's continue. So now we have the structure. Affirmative, we use subject plus auxiliary had plus past participle, right? This is clear. She had finished her homework. For negative, we use subject plus had not plus past participle. You can say hadn't, right? Let me type it. Hadn't, like this. She had not finished her homework, or she hadn't finished her homework. Interrogative, had plus subject plus past participle. Had she finished her homework? Okay, and contraction, as I told you before, in affirmative, you can use apostrophe D with the pronoun like this, she, Or for negative, you can use hadn't, right? She finished her homework. And in negative, use she hadn't finished her homework. Okay, let's continue. So we did these exercises yesterday, so let's write someone different. So let's work with this story. So as always, the idea is to read the story and identify the mistake. So please, Jonathan, number one, go ahead.
Okay.
Uh,
The lost phone.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Emma was walking in the park when she realized she forget her phone at home. She had checked her bag twice, but it wasn't here. It wasn't there. She rushed back home, hoping to find it quickly because she had promised to call her friend. When she entered the house, she looked around but couldn't find it. She didn't remember when she last put in. Then she saw it on the kitchen table. She had left it there after breakfast while she was checking messages.
Messages.
Messages, okay?
Okay, in this case, notice we need to conjugate the verb. So let's try. Emma was walking in the park when she realized what do you think? Past simple or past perfect in this case?
Mm, in this case, is past simple maybe?
Why?
Wait, the action finished.
In this case,
Okay,
okay, let's check it again.
when
Was
she
walking in the park when she realized okay, forgot, right?
okay forgot.
Her phone at home. Because we are using here past progressive, right? A long action and an action that interrupted. Or you can use have forgotten because it's an action that happened before another action, right? She
Okay.
had forgotten her phone at home. She
Okay, she had a shake it.
checked, okay, with her bag twice, but it wasn't there. She rushed back home, hoping to find it quickly because she had promised to call her friend. When she entered the house, she looked around but couldn't find it. She didn't remember where she last put it. Okay, this is correct or incorrect? Didn't remember. What do you think?
Mm. But we need to add a had or
Why?
not?
What do you
For
think?
I say that for example in the first one uh says had forgotten.
Now, in this
Uh,
case, it's better, you're right, just forgot, because it's something that interrupted. Because first we have, or we're mixing a past progressive, right? A long action. Emma was walking in the park when, then an action that interrupted. Here,
yeah,
she realized she forgot, ella olvidó, that's cool, her phone at home. It's better that forgot, you're right.
yeah,
Okay, so when she entered the house, she looked around, but she couldn't find it. She didn't remember where she last put it. That's correct. Ella no recuerda dónde lo puso,
¿dónde
right?
lo puso? Sí.
That's okay. Then she saw it on a kitchen table. She had left it her after breakfast while she checking messages. So notice this. This is in past simple, and this is past perfect, and this is past continuous. So what's the difference? This
In the yeah, in the past simple, the action finished,
mhm,
but in the past progressive, you say?
or continuous for sure.
Yeah, or
And
continue.
continuous is
Yeah,
the same.
the action is in the moment.
Yes,
She was
or
shaking.
or long action, right?
Yeah, or learn action.
Okay, thank you so much. So, could you tell me in your own words about this story? Could you summarize using your own words?
Okay. In English, obviously, right?
Of course,
Okay,
that
okay.
you practice your English.
Okay. uh, the Emma don't remember where she put her phone, so she shake in her bag. Uh, maybe she had to call her friend so she can do it. And the last part say that she find it in the house, but she can encontrar is found. Yeah.
Find, encontrar, found, encontró, right? In past.
Okay. Okay. So uh, she can find it at the cell. I think she
Oh,
look on a lot outside, but it's not in any place. I think.
okay, so good. Just remember found because you're talking about something that already happened, right? So use past, found. Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much, Jonathan. Let's try with story number two. I'm going to read it and then we can decide which protein we use. James, okay, the missed flight. Do you know the meaning of flight?
No, mister.
Vuelo. El vuelo de un avión, como volar en un avión.
Vuelo
En vuelo.
perdido.
Okay.
Okay.
James was excited for the trip to Paris. He arrived at the airport and went to check in, but the airline worker told him that his flight already left. So, do you know the meaning of check-in? You were to continue.
Check-in es lo que le hacen a uno en el aeropuerto, ¿no?
That's right. That's correct. So thank you so much. So in this case, what do you think? Which verb tense should we use here? So notice. But the airline worker told him that his flight already was missing here.
Had
Have
already
already
left.
left. So notice this happened. This action happened before this. Before he went to check in, the flight go away, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he, what do you think here, not realize which verb tense which we use the time because he had been busy talking to a friend on the phone.
And because uh is a verb or what?
This is the verb. Do you know the meaning of realize?
Realizó, supongo.
No, no. Darse cuenta.
Okay. Darse cuenta, okay.
Ujú. Entonces, no se dio cuenta del tiempo. So what do you think?
Okay. Mm, maybe had
Or
not realized it.
passing, right? Because didn't realize, no se dio cuenta. It's an
Okay,
action
didn't
that already
realize.
finished, right? He didn't
Okay.
realize the time because he had been busy talking to a friend on the phone. Frustrated, he ran to the gate. But the plane, what do you think? Okay, take off
Mhm.
means despegar.
Okay, but the plane uh okay, had is in the
Okay,
last
here,
part.
notice we have an action in passive, right? He ran to the gate. So, but the plane did something that
Had
happened
take yeah,
before
had take off.
have taken. Remember, the verb
Had
goes in
taken.
past participle. So, had taken off 10 minutes earlier. He had never missed a flight before, and he felt very upset. Do you know the meaning of upset?
No.
It's like a sad, triste. Okay,
Okay.
if he, what do you think?
If he had checked
Have
his
checked his watch more often, he wouldn't have been late. Okay, good job. So now, could you tell me about this story? Could you do a short summarize with your own words, please?
yeah, James lost his airplane, yeah.
Her fly,
Okay,
right?
okay, yeah, our fly.
His
Uh,
fly, I'm sorry. He's because he's James, he's a man. His fly. Mhm.
okay, lost his fly. Cause I think that he spent a lot of time, or maybe much much time in the shaking, so he can't stay at the time uh, for take the for take his fly. So he say he feels bad, I think, or maybe upset.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, and I think that was all. Like I don't understand his watch more often. Where is the last part? What is the
Okay,
mean?
if he had his watch, reloj,
Ok, si se hubiera hecho el check-in más antes, ¿no?
no, si hubiera revisado el reloj,
Ah,
check it,
ok,
como lo dice, right?
ok,
Como estar mirando la
ya.
hora, se refiere más a menudo, él no hubiera
Ujú.
perdido el vuelo.
Ok, ok.
So, just one thing, remember we use miss, apply instead of lost. Missed,
Lost, ok.
miss, instead of lost. You say lost, but instead of lost, o sea, perder, in this case we use miss.
Missed, ok.
Okay, thank you so much, Jonathan. Let's continue. Let me check. There's many. Okay, let me check something. Let's try a different exercises. Let's try with these exercises in which you need to decide the verb. And then we can continue with the new topic. This is just a review. So, complete the sentences with the past perfect. Fill in the blanks with the correct past perfect form of the verb in parentheses. So, the first one is
She left before we
she
arrived.
is missing something.
She had
She had
left.
left. Thank you so much. The next one,
When I go to the party, my friends uh, yeah,
had
had already eat it.
eaten. Eaten.
Eaten.
Eaten.
Okay.
Mismo.
Like
Okay.
eaten. Okay.
Mhm. Good.
Eaten.
Next one.
They didn't finish it? No?
Didn't.
Or hadn't.
Hadn't. Thank you so much. In this case, we just
Hadn't.
need to use past perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Finish it. The
Project when the
project when the
teacher
teacher.
asked it.
Thank you so much. And the next one.
I had I had never see I had never seen
Seen. Thank you so much.
such a beautiful sunset before.
Okay. Thank you so much. And the last one. Jonathan, please.
By the time we got to the station, the train had departed. Departed,
Mhm.
maybe?
Departed.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Well done. So, Jonathan, do you have any question about this topic?
No, mister.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, let's continue. So the idea today is to start with Unit 10. So let's start. Unit 10 started talking about food, right? So in this case, we have the main categories of food. So I'm going to highlight these. Main categories of food. So fruits, this is the first category. Here we have some examples. Apples, bananas, grapes, strawberries, orange, lemons, mangoes, pineapple, watermelon, blueberries, kiwis, cherries, peaches, right? There's any unknown word?
Peaches?
Peaches, melones.
Peaches, mangoes, cherries was
Tomato cherry.
cere-
That's little
como
tomatoes.
cerezas, ¿no?
Okay, also, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good.
Okay, thank you so much. So the next one is vegetable, right? So we have carrots, broccoli, spinach, lettuce, kale, cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, garlic, potatoes, corn, zucchini, mushrooms, and peppers. Do you have any question about this vocabulary?
Yeah, kale.
Kale, let me check. Let me show you. This is as I showed you.
Okay.
Okay. Kale, vegetable, vegetable. So I'm going to show you because I don't know in Spanish what is that. So I'm going to show you. I don't need a lot of vegetables actually, sorry. So
Me
look,
neither. Me neither.
What do you think in Spanish?
Okay, yes, this is like, uh, no tengo idea.
Sure.
What is that?
Let's check.
Mm.
Kale, vegetable in. It says arre, pollo. My gosh.
Okay, como coles, son coles, ¿no?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay. I haven't tried this yet. So I'm going to share again the presentation. Sorry. Okay. Vegetable aren't my cup of tea. Okay. So grains and carbs. Granos y carbohidratos, right? Rice, pasta, bread, tortillas, oats, cereal, quinoa, couscous, crackers, flour, bagels, muffin, and pancakes. So let's check. I imagine oats, right? Let's check it. It's easy. Is we saw images. It's like a avena. So let me show you. I'm going to stop presenting here. I'm going to present my opera. So this is oats, right? This is like avena.
Yeah, I was checking that.
Okay. Now we have a quinoa is that kind of cereal, right? Do you know quinoa? Quinoa,
Oh,
the same in Spanish. It's writing the same. This is
it's
quinoa.
the same. Okay.
Quinoa. Also, the other one, couscous. I'm not sure about couscous even in Spanish. Couscous is another kind of grains. I didn't know couscous. I never have. I have
Similar to
tried
the
it.
rice, I think.
It looks like Cusco with chicken lamb. This is a kind of rice. You're right. Crackers. Do you know the meaning of crackers?
No.
Okay, remember there's different kind of English, right? And the most important are American
Ah,
English and British.
crackers is like galletas saladas.
Okay, that's
Crackers
correct.
flour. Yeah.
Okay, flour, harina, right? Bagels. Let me show you. Bagels is like this kind of donuts or bread.
Donuts.
This is
Okay.
food from United States or England, right? We don't eat this
Yeah.
kind of food. Okay,
Uh,
muffin is a kind of cake, right? Do you know muffins?
yeah, yeah, I think.
Okay, and
Yeah.
pancakes. That's easy. I'm going to change my screen again. Sorry, Jonathan.
Mm.
So let's check it again. So we have proteins, chicken, beef, right? Pork, fish, tofu, eggs, beans, lentils, chickpeas, nuts, seeds, shrimps, turkey, sausages. So which word is a noun for you?
Uh, I think that chickpeas, but it's garbanzos.
Okay.
So, it's
What about
semillas.
shrimps?
Shrimp. Let me see. Is shrimp. Es camarón.
Okay. Good job, Jonathan. So turkey es pavo, sausages salchicha,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Beef,
Es carne,
res,
¿no?
carne de res, pork, carne de cerdo, fish,
Sí.
we use both fish for the animal and fish for the meat, right?
Okay.
Okay, good. And daily, this is like lácteos, milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, mantequilla, cream, ice cream, sour cream. Okay, fats and oil. This is como aceites y grasas. Olive oil, butter, margarine, coconut oil, avocado, nuts, and peanuts butter. This is mantequilla de maní, right?
Mantequilla de maní. Okay.
Okay, so far so good. This is just vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know most of them, right? Okay, let's continue. So, okay, we have one more, sweets and desserts. Candies, lollipop. Do you know the meaning of lollipop?
Que es como los chupetes, como
Yes,
bombones.
yes. More of these are candies from the United States, right? Jelly
Ujú.
beans, gummies, chocolate bars, hard candies, liquors, sour candy, caramels, toffee, mints, toffee, and dessert. If you want, you can check it because more of them are just candies from them. We don't have these candies, jelly beans. This one, I'm sorry,
Toffee,
liquors and toffee,
toffee.
and toffee. All of
Okay,
them.
toffee is like caramelo. So
Yes,
I think yeah, we have it. We have desserts. What does it mean?
postres.
Postres. All right.
Right. So let's continue. We're going to continue. Okay. Let me check. So then the last one is snacks. Chips. This is mean potatoes, fried potatoes, right? Popcorns, pretzel, granola bars, dried meats, jerky, rice cakes, right? O sea, como tortas de arroz. Cheese sticks, fruit snacks, and crackers and nuts. So I know the only one that is weird is jerky, right? Do you know the
Okay.
meaning of jerky?
Mm,
It's carne seca. That's really weird.
yeah, and sticks is uh sticks palos. Okay, palos de queso. Okay.
Okay, yes, for sure. Ramitas, sí, como palitos de
Yeah.
queso, right?
Yeah.
So there's another word. Okay, Ponscore is palomitas de maíz, right?
Palo.
Pretzel is
Yeah.
like a flour kind of candy. Have you seen a pretzel before?
No, never.
That's common in American movies.
Pretzels.
Pretzels.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
But
Oh,
I never have eaten.
me neither.
Me neither, me neither. Ah, you neither. Okay, okay.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
maybe in United States it's common.
Yes, in United States. Let's continue. So, prepared dishes or meals, right? Soup and stew. Chicken soup, vegetable soup, lentil soup. This is another category, right? Beef stew,
Yeah.
clam chowder, tomato soup, miso soup. Pasta dishes, spaghetti, macaroni and cheese, lasagna, fettuccine alfredo, ravioli. The most of these are from Italy, right?
Italy,
Lot
yeah.
of way to prepare pasta. Right dishes, fried rice, risotto, rice and beans, paella, and pilaf. These is our dishes from different parts of the world, right? And meat dishes, roast kitchen, es como pollo frito, steak, el steak de res, meatballs, porras de carne, ribs, costillitas, hamburgers, kebab, barbecue, pulled pork, right? Do you want to check any of this?
Kebabs?
Mhm.
Let me see. What is that? Wait. Kebabs.
I guess I
Okay, it's like
did this before,
como rollitos de carne, algo así.
something like that.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so much. Let's continue. We have many categories. Finally, we have drinks, cold drinks like water, juice, orange juice, apple juice, cranberry juice, soda, iced tea, lemonade, smoothies, and milkshake. This is like a malteadas. Milkshake,
okay, and
malteada,
this,
and smoothie have another word in Spanish. Batidos, something like that. Okay, unflavored water, agua con sabor, right? Hot drinks,
okay,
coffee, tea, hot chocolate. So notice there's a difference between chocolate. When you say chocolate is the bar or chocolate, the
of
sweet, the
course,
candy. And when
yeah,
you say hot chocolate is the drink.
okay,
Espresso, late, cappuccino. Alcoholic drinks, beer, wine, cocktail, whiskey, vodka, margaritas, sangria, gin and tonic. I think you know most of them, right?
yep,
Okay, good. So, condimentos. Let's continue, just. It's a lot of New word. So let me open the book. I'm sorry. B1. So it says pages. I'm sorry. And here. 86 to 87. So 86. Let's check. So now we have this. Looks amazing. Unit number 10, right?
Mhm.
Work in pairs. Look at the title of the guide, the names of all stalls. I'm sorry, I'm trying to move this. All stalls and the picture. What do you think you will have to do in the reading part two task? Okay, so let's check the images. So we have fruits and vegetables, right? The dailies, los lácteos, flour, right? What else? Beans and meat, right? Granos y carne.
Pardon.
And we have candies here, right? Some of the categories we already started. So it says the following five group of people would like to have a lunch at the street food market. Read the description and underline the important information. So, Jonathan, could you read, please, this first one?
Okay, Caroline and Heidi have tried most of the stalls, so want to try something new on Tuesday. Both of them really like fish, and they want a hot drink with their meal.
Yeah. What do you consider the important information here to highlight?
I think that the important is that really like fish, and they want a hot drink with their meal.
Okay, awesome. What's the meaning of highlight, Jonathan?
Highlight es como resaltar lo más importante.
Resaltar. Thank you so much. Number two, please. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Hey, go away. Okay, here. Number two.
yeah. Jack and his university classmates
Wait,
have read,
red,
uh, read.
like the color red.
Okay, okay. Are you sure? Red. Oh, okay. The pronunciation is red.
Yes,
Okay,
it is a regular verb. You read it the same in past, but you pronounce it red.
okay. Have read that some of the stalls have won
So,
prize.
mhm.
Where?
Stalls here.
Stalls. Okay. Have stalls have won prizes and want to try one of those. They would like a vegetarian. Yeah, this is correct. Vegetarian.
Mhm. So,
Okay,
in this
vegetarian.
case, vegetarian, vegetarian, right?
My meal, but they are short of money.
So, which should we highlight?
The highlight is the same. They would like a vegetarian main meal. But no, I think that the ceremony is not important. I think.
Okay, that's cool. So, what is the meaning of stalls?
I don't know. What is the mean?
Como puestos de comida, esos puesticos callejeros,
Okay.
esos carritos. Okay, thank you so much, Jonathan. Next one, please.
Sarah and her friends fancy having a light lunch together on Saturday, but they are not willing to pay very much. They would like to sit down to eat all this tail. And the most important, I think that is they will like to sit down. No, it's not important. What is important here? Maybe having a light lunch together, or why? What is important here?
I think, but they're not willing. Willing means dispuestos to pay very much.
Okay, okay,
Thank you, Jonathan. Number next. I'm sorry, you're the only
okay,
one for today.
okay. Samuel, grandmother, would like to take him. for a meal on Sunday, but she doesn't want to walk too far around the market. Samuel would like a proper meal, but she just wants a dessert. Mm,
So what do you
mm,
think?
Samuel would like a proper meal, or yeah, but in the first part, I would like to take him for a meal. Yeah, I think that is a highlight.
Okay, I'm going to give you a clue. The most possible thing is in the next activities we have to match this decision or these desires with the images. So in this case, I think we should highlight desert, desert, right?
Okay, what is the meaning of dessert, mister?
Poster.
Postre, okay.
But let me check something in pronunciation because there's two deserts, right? Desert and desert, but there's a different.
Okay, dessert. Yeah.
Let me check. What's the one is
Mm-hmm.
desierto and the other one is
Mm-hmm.
postre. But let's check
Postre,
the
of
different in
course.
pronunciation. What's the different in
Yeah.
pronunciation? So, okay, dessert. The postre is dessert and the desierto is desert. Okay, let's continue. So the last one, please, Janet.
Okay, Tanya and her dad feel like trying a spicy vegetable,
Vegetable
um,
dish.
vegetable dish before the cinemas on Sunday. They won't have much time before the film, so they will need to take away their dessert.
Dessert. Okay. Do you know
Dessert,
the
okay.
meaning of takeaway?
Ah, no, como tomar la decisión, maybe.
No, para llevar.
Pues, para llevar.
When we talk about the food, takeaway, this is para llevar.
Para llevar,
So,
ok.
good job. Thank you so much, Jonathan. You're doing all, everything. Thank you so much. So, now starting off, working groups, look at the photos. What photo groups can you see? Add at least two more examples of food for or bring to each group. So, do you remember any other beans or flour, dailies, vegetables? What do you think?
But
Here,
then, okay, then the name of them, or maybe
yes, we need
the,
to add another one to these groups.
okay, another group or another, maybe,
Another item, another food.
okay, another item. Okay, okay.
So in the first
Maybe
one,
in the first one of, uh, in the first one, what could be? Because I don't remember a lot
let's,
of them,
no
so
worries, let's check. Fruit, vegetable, proteins daily. So grains,
grains are
about
anti-carbs.
tortillas or cereal or quinoa, right?
Rice, okay, muffins, pancakes.
What about fruit? The one you asked me. You asked me about a fruit. Do you remember?
Yeah, what is that? Was peaches.
Peach. Peaches.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Well
peaches.
done. What about here?
Maybe pineapple. Okay, okay. In the
This
letter
is the
C,
dailies.
mm, es de como los lácteos, ¿no?
Yes.
Uf, is all of them, no? What is missing here?
Maybe missing butter or maybe yogurt, right? Because it's like a different kind of cheese. There's milk.
Yeah, milk,
Okay, what about grains or meat? So we have fish,
grains,
we have meat, right?
meat.
Steak, we have chicken. So what is missing? How do you say cerdo? La carne de cerdo.
Uh, I don't remember. Was
Pork.
Pork, pork, yeah, pork,
Pork.
pork,
Good
pork.
job, Jonathan. Well done. And the last one, a candy.
Okay, candy could be the... Ay, los chupetes que dije, ¿cómo que eran? Ah,
Okay, try to remember.
was...
I'm going to show you. So, lollipop.
Lollipops, lollipops, lollipops.
Thinking a lolly. And then you can add pop.
Yeah, lollipops, yeah.
Okay, easy. So, now let's continue. It says, working part discuss the question. Okay, no, but I'm sure it's missing something. I'm sorry, gosh. My gosh. We are here. So I'm sure it's missing something. Okay, let's do this. So, okay, following the five groups of people would like to have a lunch of street food market. Read the description and underline the important information. Let's try match these these people with this category. So the first one said, of them really like fish and they want to have drink or their meal with their meal. So what do you think? Which one
Letter
we can
D?
match it?
Letter D, I think.
Letter D, right? Here there aren't drinks, but we can try with the
Of course.
food. Would like a vegetarian main meal, but they are short of money. What so? What do you think? Vegetarian?
Letter B?
Letter B. Thank you so much. We are using your information. Are not allowing to pay very much. What do you think? What of these things could be cheap?
Let me see again.
Okay, for sure.
Is they're not
Remember,
willing
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 dispuestos, but they're
puestos.
not willing to pay very much.
Okay, maybe candies maybe?
Candies, why not?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, but she just want a dessert.
Again, candies, I think.
Again, right, letter E. And the last one say, take a word they dessert. So, candies, right?
Yeah, candies.
The most common one. Okay, thank you so much. So, discuss the questions. What are your favorite thing to eat and drink? Janet,
What are your favorite things to eat and drink? I think that to drink is water. I think, yeah,
that's really
because
healthy. That's
yeah,
good.
every day I drink water, and my favorite eat I think is uh, pastas. ¿Cómo eran pastas?
Pasta, spaghetti.
Pasta, spaghetti. Yeah, I think that is spaghetti.
Okay. In my case, I love pizza. I love eating pizza. To drink, I'm not sure. I love soda. I love
So
gaseosas. Okay, that's unhealthy. That's
yeah,
a poison. Okay, number
yeah.
two. Are there any types of food you don't eat? Which one and why?
Maybe I think that the food that only there in United States,
Like junk food, or you mean a specific food?
and the specific that the names that we saw. So I think that that kind of food,
Why? Because in Ecuador there
yeah,
aren't.
there aren't, of course.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah.
And then we have how often do you eat out? Where? With?
Oof, out with my family, I think is more common that eat in my house. It's very common
So
in my family.
you usually eat out.
Yeah, usually, yeah, eat out,
Okay,
of course.
that's cool. Thank you so much. In these cases, remember to answer often, a menudo. Remember to answer with a verb frequently. So
Yeah, of
I
course,
usually eat out with
usually.
my family. Where there's
We're close to my house, I think. There is bolones. In Colombia, there is not common bolones.
no, what is that?
Ya, es como unas bolas de maduro con queso y
Mm,
chicharrón.
okay,
Ya,
marranitas, it's called here.
ya, como marranitas, pero... ¿Sabes que yo sí probé las marranitas, pero es diferente? Porque
Ah,
puede tener
okay.
maduro y plátano junto, es como
Ah,
mixto.
okay.
Ya.
Thank you so much. So let me check, answer the question 1 to 5 without reading the test. So before I read this, the idea is to answer this. So could you read the question, please, Jonathan?
Uh, the first question, the
Yes,
Caroline.
please.
Okay. Caroline and Hailey want a hot drink with their meal. What type of drink could they have?
What do you think? What do you suggest?
Okay, maybe a soda? I
Okay,
think maybe a juice, I think.
but notice this. It says hot drink. Hot drink.
Ah, hot drink. Oof.
Right.
Hot chocolate, I think.
Hot chocolate. Okay, I love hot chocolate.
Yeah.
So next one, number 2, please.
Jack and his friends fancy a vegetarian meal. What sort of food do they want? No. Uh, what could be? What is the meaning of sort?
People.
Okay, what sort of food? Vegetarian meal could be fish,
Okay,
maybe?
be careful with this. So it says Jack and his friends fancy a vegetarian meal, right? What sort of food they not want to eat?
Ah,
This is
they
negative. So
not want. Okay, maybe
they are vegetarian
candies, I think. Maybe
okay,
the meal of maybe pork
or
or
meat.
meal.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
meat. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Number 3, Jonathan, please.
Sarah and her friends aren't willing to pay very much. What words do you expect to read in the description of their most suitable restaurant? Ok, ellos son los que no tenían mucho para pagar, ¿no? Los que no tenían mucho
No están
dinero.
dispuestos a pagar mucho.
Exacto. What word do you expect to read the description? What is the meaning of suitable?
Como que mejor se acomode.
A lo que se mejor se la como en un restaurante. I don't know, maybe candies.
This is a hard one. The description of their most suitable resort. Okay, maybe a restaurant with a low quality food, right?
Yeah,
A
maybe
cheap.
vegetarian. I think is not much cost. I think.
I'm not sure about it. It's not expensive. I'm not sure about that. I think
Okay.
vegetarian food is expensive. But anyway, we're going to find out. Then we have Samuel's grandmother doesn't want to walk for far around the market. What sort of word do you need to look for in the description? What do you think?
What sort of do you need? No quieren caminar mucho
Hmm?
cerca del supermercado, supermercado. Maybe es que Candy no puede comer la abuela. I don't know. What
But
could be
she want a dessert. This is okay. Let's
dessert?
find out later. This is
Maybe yeah,
kind of
could be
word.
dessert. Sí,
Okay.
dessert.
Jack and his classmate would like a main meal while Sarah and her friend fancy having a light lunch. El light lunch es un almuerzo ligero. What words do you expect to read in the description?
Okay, could be algún almuerzo ligero. Can we watch, maybe look the images again?
Okay, the images for sure. Let
Algo,
me show. So,
quieren comer algo suave, algo ligero. Could be leather. Es que, ¿qué puede ser algo ligero para ellos?
I'm not sure about
Vegetables.
vegetable, maybe yes. So
Yeah,
let's read the test and find out. So I'm going to read number A and then you B and then I C. Okay.
okay.
Amazing Food by Jax. If you're looking for a main meal, try the delicious curry from Mauritius here. Don't miss crow chicken, which is spicy fried chicken cooked in tomatoes and served with rice and salad. Not cheap, but visit the stall on Tuesday for a free glass of hot tea. So notice, in Tuesday, you can get a free glass of hot tea. So, next one.
Scandinavia. Okay, of to highlight.
No,
Where?
just read, please. I'm
All right. Okay,
reading
okay.
the main information.
Scandinavian, I think, a kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Right?
Looking for a light lunch. Order the picnic box at the stall. Uh, Box at this stall, which opens this weekend, and you won't be disappointed. We recommend it to a top quality turkey with a bread and cheese. Or why not try the salmon special, which comes with a free coffee and cake. And cake, perfect for those who feel like a change but don't have much time.
Okay. Just Right Burgers. A review recommended this reasonable price beef, reasonable price. Or tuna burger. Tuna is like ese pescado enlatado.
Okay.
¿Cómo se llama eso? Sardina, le dicen
Sardinas. Yeah.
sardinas, okay, enlatadas, right? The vegetarian burger is grilled vegetable with just the right amount of mushroom without cheese. Something new for those who fancy a light lunchtime meal. Order a homemade soft drink with your meal. Letter
Okay.
B, please.
Aladdin's Cave. Expect to queue. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. A queue for a like Middle Eastern.
Do you know the
Uh,
meaning of Q, Jonathan?
I don't remember.
Cola.
Cola.
Ujú. Como una
Okay.
cola, hacer cola para algo.
Okay. Ah. Okay.
Cola,
Uh.
literalmente la cola de un animal. Ujú.
Okay. Like a Middle Eastern meal from this style. Their lunchbox contains a fresh salad, spicy potato, chips, garlic. I can see so
Sos,
sauces, sauce
salsa.
and bread. Okay. Even meat eaters will consider becoming vegetarians here. No sheep, but the homemade
Dessert.
are desserts are
Right.
amazing. Dessert.
Jonathan, thank you so much.
Um,
Time is over. You did as
yeah.
well. You was alone. Thank you for coming. Anyway, tomorrow we're going to continue practicing this. We can read this last part again together, and then we have to decide this description with the question, right? We need to match.
Okay,
So
mister.
for now, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Take care. Okay. Yesterday I told you about we need to make a video in which you
Yeah.
look at English. So I was thinking about to ask you, tell me about you. So you can talk about your name, your age, where do you live, what do you do? It means you work, you study. If you work, what do you do? What's your work, right? That
Yeah.
kind of things. You need to think in a long answer, right? And what do you do in your free time? But try to develop your speech as much as possible. The idea is
Yeah.
to do that tomorrow.
When we need to send that video?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
But we send to uh Andrea
No,
or
no, no. We can do it in during the class and record the
yeah.
class, right? We do it during the class and then we can just take that part of the video and send it to my boss.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to ask you the question
Tomorrow.
during the class, and that's all. You just answer and no worries about that. Okay?
Okay, mister. Yeah.
The rest is of me. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. Bye bye. Take
Bye
care.
bye, mister.
See you
Have a
tomorrow.
great day. Okay.
Thank you. So wait, Jonathan. Okay.